Okay guys, video 3, the last video in the series of 3 videos because they were too long to upload. This video is dedicated to Mr. B. Allen. He's a storyteller. I listen to him all the time when I'm sewing. He tells really great stories. I don't have to see the screen when he's telling stories. I can sew and listen. And he's just the best storyteller. The thing is too, is he sells flannels, and I freaking love flannels. So I'm just like, whoa, this is crazy. But this flannel, his buffalo check is sold out, unfortunately. So I had to make it, which is fine because that's what I do for a business. And anyways, let's get started. As you can see, I'm just have this on loop. I'm demoing. Oh, I figured out why it was so big. It's because this one's for a man. I drafted this 3 years ago for my boyfriend, 2 or 3 years ago, whatever. Don't quote me on that, but I've drafted it for my boyfriend, and when I was printing it, I was like, why is this so friggin' big? And it's because it's for a man. Also, I forgot the pockets, but you know what? I rushed this video, and we can have more focused videos in the future. Hopefully, like, not 5 years from now or anything, but... All right, so now let's get into the sewing. Oh, and if you're a stripper, you can just rip the shirt right off, like as such, as so and such. Okay, so I'm setting up to start sewing. Right now I have both sides of the fabric, both sides of the fabric are right sides, so I can't really mess up with right side or wrong side in this instance, but you'll have to be mindful. Right now I'm about to attach the yokes, and I'm going to demonstrate how I sew them together. You sandwich, here I'm going to show you in the next scene. You sandwich the body of the back panel in between the yokes as if you're going to, you know, make a sandwich, make a fabric sandwich. I think I'm going to show it here. I'm trying to locate the top of the panel, and I skipped something. So right now I have the yokes sandwiching the center, the main back panel. So as you see where my hand is, it's touching the top yoke, and underneath where my right hand is touching, that's the bottom yoke, and the middle panel, the main panel, is in between the two yokes. And I'm sewing right now at a 3/8 inch seam allowance. I'm using a Teflon foot, and you don't want to do that because it's for vinyls and stuff. I was too lazy. As haste makes waste, it's true. No, haste doesn't. Haste makes flannels, because I'm actually wearing this flannel as we speak. And the brown one, I made that one too, but don't really look at it because I made that one really fast. It took me an hour to make that one, and you can kind of see the serging on the inside, so you just never mind that. Now I flipped up the yokes after I sewed them. They were sandwiched. I sewed them, and now I flipped them up, and you can see that I'm ready to top stitch. Here, I'll probably show you what I'm talking about. I don't know, what am I doing? Oh, okay. Yep, I'm about to sandwich the front right panel of the shirt into the yoke shoulders. It sounds confusing. Hopefully this will clear it up, but you can see what I'm doing, right? I matched up the shoulders on the left side, and I'm rolling this up like a taquito. Or, I don't know, a blunt. I don't do drugs, so I think of food. I like food. I think it is a taquito. Now I'm rolling it up like a big burrito, because I also like burritos. They're, okay. And you can see me sandwiching it in there. So in this example, we're kind of sandwiching it like a hot dog. So I flipped it around, and it's like a hot dog now. You can see the bulk of the panels inside there like a bag. And so I'm just matching up those shoulders. Match up the shoulders. There was little mistakes here and there that I made. Hopefully you didn't see any of them. They were, if you were making stuff for a client, I wouldn't let it go. But this is for me, so it's okay. You can see me lining up the shoulder pieces in the shirt burrito I just made. All right, got that one shoulder. Now what we need to prepare for is we have to put the right side of the front panel on the other side and attach the shoulders there. So you see me opening up, that's the back yoke. I'm trying to figure things out there because I probably got lost. Yep, I'm pointing there. I was like, yep, that's it. And this is the front panel. So in between, you want to make a, it's like a burrito or a hot dog. In this case, it's a burrito. We're a taquito. We're making a taquito. And then we're going to make a burrito. And then a hot dog. So now we're going to match up the shoulders. Everything's all in there. This fabric's confusing because there's not a right or wrong side, so you can't really distinguish between what's inside out and what's not. In the future, I can change that up, but for now, we're just going to have to do it this way. It's very convenient when something's has the right side on both sides, or if you're a pessimist, the wrong side on both sides. It's harder to mess up in some instances. All right. So I use a dull rotary cutter blade as my snips. You shouldn't do that. I have cuts all over my hands from misusing that thing. And so now you can see me turning this right side out. It's just like opening up a burrito. Just a yummy burrito. I haven't eaten all day, so I've been thinking about taquitos and burritos all day. All right, we have it opened up. Here we go. All right, we're going to top stitch it where you saw me pointing. We're going to top stitch right here. That's right. Oh, no? No. Okay. No, no, no. Oh, I know what I was saying no to. Wait, what was I saying no to? Huh. Well, I was saying no to something, but I'm clearly top stitching, so I wonder what I said. Oh, I know what I was saying. The alignment of the buffalo check is off. So you can see it under my fingers. It's the alignment of the buffalo check on the yoke and the shirt aren't exactly lined up. So I didn't even think about it when I was cutting because my whole point was, let's just hurry up and get this over with. And I wasn't mindful of those things. But once again, if it's, nope, oh yeah, I messed up there. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. I was supposed to edit that out, but I'm already doing a voiceover. I just want to get this uploaded. It takes like 2 hours to upload a 10-minute video. Okay, and now I'm top stitching the shoulders of the yoke and the front body piece. Snip, snip. All right, now we're gonna top stitch the other side. Once again, stupid Teflon foot. It's not stupid. The foot is great. It's great when you're working with leather, vinyls, but it's stupid if you're working on a shirt because it slides all over the place. All right. We're just zooming through here. Just zooming through. Hurry up. All right. What is our next thingy we're gonna do? Oh, okay. So we're gonna do the button plackets. I'm gonna go to the iron and I'm going to tuck this under and then tuck it back one more time and then top stitch it, and that's where the button placket will be. I was gonna put normal buttons. Bye. See, I'm going to the iron, so I'll just stay here with you. Oh, I'm back. That was fast. This time around I used baby snaps, and I really love them because you can honestly just rip the shirt off. Not that, I mean, I don't go around ripping my shirt off yet these days, maybe when I'm older, but not right now. It's more just convenient for me in sewing. It takes forever sewing buttonholes and then hand sewing each button on that I just, sometimes if I can be lazy, I will be lazy. And okay, so now I ironed it and it looks pretty crisp. Look how, ooh, it looks good from here. You know what? No, it looks good on my body too. Don't worry. I mean, it looks good all around, but it just looks like I matched it so perfectly well. Not that I'm surprised, but it just, when you look back at your work, you're like, oh, I did great job, I guess. I'm pretty critical when I'm sewing. Okay, so next step. Now we're gonna do the outer top stitch. And this is the Juki DL 8500 heavy H. Juki DDL 8500H, and the H stands for heavy duty. It uses some thick needles and some thick thread. I make jeans with them. Ooh, I should do a tutorial on making jeans. I actually made a pair of Japanese denim jeans. I'm wearing them in this video, and they fit me almost perfectly. Okay, now we're gonna do the, okay, we're adding the button placket on the other side. Now, this is where I messed up in the pattern, because I only traced the left side of the front panels of the button-up. I didn't trace the right side. So the left and the right will not be symmetrical, will not be mirrored pieces. One side gets a placket and the other one is a little shorter, so the dimensions are different. And I came to discover this a little later in my sewing, but I did a little trick to cheat. I just double rolled it and made the placket thicker, which was good because I need kind of like a thick base for the baby snaps. All right. Oh my God, I wonder if we're gonna watch this whole thing. Okay. Oh, I said one, what did I say, 1 second? Oh, I'm gonna go iron. So I'm saying I'm going to go to the iron and flip these, flip it like this. I'm gonna flip it like this. Okay, there I go. All right, oh, and I'm back. So I've ironed the placket, and I'm just checking out, and I pointed that out. You know, I'm insecure about it, and I keep pointing it out like an idiot. I'm like, quit pointing it out. Hey everyone, I want you to see how I messed up. No, don't do that. Okay, so now I'm about to top stitch the other placket, the actual placket facing. So the other side was more like built-in facing, and this is an external facing. What am I saying? I ripped something? I've already removed the audio track, so I don't know what I was saying there. I was saying that I ripped something. Rip it? We'll never know. All right, so we're gonna top stitch this now. I like to get the lines of the buffalo check kinda consistent with each other. I like how the actual buffalo checky parts aren't matching, but the lines in the squares of the check, well, it looks like I'm going a little, ooh, I almost got my finger. That would have hurt. Oh, I do end up hurting my finger several times in this video and bleeding. I wonder if I filmed it. All right, so we're at the end of the placket. I just recorded all this yesterday and I've already forgotten what I've done. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so I'm guessing what I'm saying. I'm probably saying, oh, so this is where the buttons are gonna go. Right over left or left over right. I've been sewing for, you know, since the 80s. And I still don't know if men's goes over right or left or what. To me, it doesn't matter. I just do whatever. Unless specified by the client. For my own stuff, I don't care. I just do what just comes naturally, what happens organically. I guess it's something I should know. Now we got the collar stand and the collar. And we are first going to sew the collar. So right sides together. I skipped interfacing because I was most likely going to wear these as pajamas. So I didn't really need the collar to show any body or stiffness. But I'd say pretty much 99% of the time it's recommended. And the amount of stiffness depends on the type of shirt. If they're dress shirts for men and women, the collar needs to be really crisp and stiff. I think that's how it goes. The nicer the shirt, the stiffer the collar. Yeah, go ahead and correct me in the comments. So now I'm probably gonna have to go iron this too. Am I gonna go iron it? Okay. Turning the corners out. Turning the corners out. Probably will go iron this. Oh, one more thing about that yoke. It's, sometimes I cut it on the bias. You can see my brown shirt that I'm wearing in the video is cut on the yoke. I mean on the bias. The yoke is cut on the bias. Same with the, one of the collar stands. I think sometimes I do the lining. Okay, I'm gonna slip in a secret word right here. And the secret word or phrase, I'm gonna slip in a secret phrase. The secret phrase is Red Dead Redemption 2, but the secret phrase is Red Dead Redemption. Just remember that. Okay. Could be useful later. I don't know, you might get money or something. So I am now doing the collar stand. I'm saying something. I'm doing the collar stand. You have to sandwich the collar into the collar stand. So it has something the collar stand is like its legs. And you can see me going, chattering about something. Oh, I'm probably saying the exact same thing I'm saying now. You gotta sandwich the collar between the collar stand. So, as you see me demoing this, sandwich it in there, and then we will sew the collar stand with the collar sandwiched inside there. Go all the way through it, and it's about a 1/4 inch seam allowance, or whatever you allowed the seam on the pattern. Whatever you allowed your seam to do is the seam allowance. And we're coming to the end here. I think I'm gonna iron this too. Oh, the scissors are terrible. I have like 12 pairs of very expensive scissors and they're all messed up because I didn't take care of them. Alright, so I'm showing that you open it up and you can see how limp, flaccid. This is a flaccid, limp collar. So I'm going to iron it again. Okay, so while I'm gone and I'm right here, I'll tell you about the secret word. I'm testing, because this video is long as hell. I'm testing to see who picks up on the secret word. And later, a couple videos later, could be a day, a month, a week from now, a half a year, I'm gonna ask for the secret word. And then I'm gonna give away the first check I ever got from YouTube, which was $186. Alright, so we're back. We are now going to, okay, so this is the sleeve. And I cheated. So you can see the sleeve slit where if that's where the placket, the sleeve placket, and the sleeve cuff, and that's what I'm probably saying that in there too. I'm holding the cuff. So the cuffs I just tucked into the other machine. And I'm saying, I'm not gonna, oh, so, you know, I roll it up. I kind of cheat. I'm gonna roll it up. In the intro of the video, you can see that the sleeves are rolled up. That's because it's a little tedious doing these cuffs and the placket, and I want to show that in another video. But this video isn't necessarily, this is kind of like, I'm just showing kind of, oh, I drafted this button up on my iPad and I printed it, and this is me sewing it. So there's a lot. Future videos will have, you know, more targeted examples of processes within all this, but I'm just kind of doing everything right now. So this is where I discovered that I messed up with the right side of the front shirt, because I used the left side as the right side, and that's a no-no, because you can see me right here. I'm like, oh, that's right, I gotta double fold this. because the collar was too short. But I can fix that right now, and I'm probably going to show it. I'm going to be like, yep, see that? I'm folding it back to see I'm matching these, and I can see that it's exactly the placket to fold back, exactly the placket width distance. So now I'm going to top stitch that back. I got lucky here. This was really easy to do, but I would be so pissed off if I was doing something for a client and messed up this bad. I'd have to scrap the whole project and start over. I'd go back to the pattern and alter the pattern. Haste makes waste in most instances. So now I'm top stitching one more time. It's a thick placket, but like I said before, we're putting baby snaps on there. All right, what is the next? Oh, we're gonna do the sleeves. Oh, I gotta put the collar on. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the collar. The collar should fit perfectly now. And once again, as I did with the brown flannel that I'm currently wearing in this video, I took a shortcut on the collar because I usually won't, for quality's sake, I won't serge top stitch or single stitch and serge the collar to the shirt. There's a way that I do it, like an encased. I make sure the collar encases the seam allowance of the shirt. It takes a lot more time. So once again, if I was doing this for a client, I definitely would, because I charge a lot of money in some cases, and that's a quality issue. But this is for me. Bubba, don't cry yet. I'm almost done. My dog has to. No, don't say that. Don't. Let me finish doing this voiceover and then we'll go, okay? He's gotta go outside. Right, we're attaching the collar. Someday. We'll do it sometime. So the collar is straight, but the curvature of the neckline on the shirt is greatly curved. So it takes a little bit of patience in manipulating, and I've said this before, but I don't really use notches in my patterns. If I'm going to be the one sewing and doing the production, I won't use notches because it saves time, and I know what I'm doing and I know how to train on it. But notches are very important if you're not on that level yet. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm on this level, but I've been doing it a long time. All right, so we're almost, hey, Bubba, hold on. Go get your leash, okay? And then we'll go. Oh. So I'm going to take a pause right after I finish this collar here. My hands are veiny. Okay, right at the end. Okay, great. Snip, and we are going to take a pause right after we get to the end of this clip, which is in about 5 seconds. Oh, all right, bye. No, actually, I'll be right back. All right, I'm right back. So it looks like I'm about to sit down here, and I think I'm gonna top stitch the collar. Yeah, you see that serge job? I'm pointing at it and I'm talking about doing the top stitch. I normally would never serge a collar. It's the cheap way to do it. That's like, it's probably something you'd see at Forever 21. No offense to Forever 21. If it were a person, no offense to it. But, okay, so you can see here I'm top stitching. The needle's so thick, it couldn't get under the lump in the, well, anyways. We're top stitching here. Making sure that the seam of the serged seam is facing down, so I can top stitch over the seam. There's another bump I had to get over. The Teflon foot is tough it's not made for this fabric, and I keep saying that over and over again, and I still haven't changed the foot on the damn machine. So we're top stitching all the way to the end. By the way, for the most part, the pattern is going together well, is being put together pretty well. Meaning there's a lot of things I didn't show in the video, but it looks like everything's properly walked. There's no weird ends sticking out, other than the right side of the shirt front, where the placket was still a little too wide. So far, everything's working out, and that's good. That means that the pattern making in the iGraphic app of the iPad Pro is working. Everything's working pretty well. Okay, looks like oh, I remember. Okay, so the bobbin ran out, and it's a very thick thread, so the thickness of the thread means you can't wrap as much on the bobbin, and that is annoying because I hate when the bobbin runs out. Okay, it looks like what are we doing? All right, we got the top stitch. Looks like we need to wrecked them, damn near killed them. Did you hear that? When the hell did I say that? I said wreck them down. Oh my god. I know people have said I talk to myself when I'm working or oh man, I swear to God, I don't remember saying that. Well, anyways, let's get back to this. Let's get back to the sewing. You guys are so immature. Okay, so it looks like okay, picking stuff off the shirt. We're getting pretty close to doing sleeves now. What am I doing? Oh, I think am I about to top stitch the rest of the collar, unless it's already done. I might have cut that out. It looks like we're preparing for the sleeves. Okay. I'm determining which sleeve is the left and which is the right, because the sleeves are not symmetrical, meaning there's a slighter curve on the front than on the back for the arm side. So I'm determining which is which. Okay. I was surprised how well the sleeves, the armholes, and the arm size matched up. It was perfect, and I was thoroughly impressed. The drafting, digitizing and drafting on the iPad Pro takes a lot of practice, but I'm telling you, once you get that perfect, once you get so much practice, you can just whiz through patterns. It really is so convenient. One of the things about it, though, is it's hard to convert to DXF, the kind of DXF that manufacturers can open with their programs. For example, I drafted a pattern in my iPad Pro. I transferred it to Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, and I exported it as a .dxf, which should be a readable digital drawing file. And a manufacturer with Optitex wasn't able to open it, despite the fact that I used these Illustrator plugins that made it so that you can export as a DXF that's openable by manufacturers, and either they didn't know what they're doing or it just didn't work on their end. So that was unfortunate. I was really hoping it would be transferable. I ended up just printing a bunch of patterns on my printer and gonna ship those out instead. But sometimes it's more convenient if you can just email or, you know, digitally send, drop in a Dropbox or something like that, the patterns, because then the manufacturer can just open them up. No need to wait for hard copies. So what am I doing there? Here, I'm just probably cutting strings. Oh, I'm going to bring it to the serger and finish the edges. Usually I would use my Juki 5-thread 6816S 5-thread safety stitch 5-thread serger on the arms here. Well, there's plenty of ways to attach sleeves. Sometimes I do it flat filled. Sometimes I do it with the 5-thread. Sometimes I do it just a single 4-thread serge mock safety stitch. It looks like here I'm doing a single needle stitch, lock stitch, and then I'm going to finish the edges with the serger. Oh, there's that part I messed up. Don't point it out. I bet I am pointing it out in the audio that I deleted. I'm probably like, oh, I messed up here. Bringing attention to it like an idiot. You idiot. Okay, it looks, okay, we're almost done here. All right, all right. Okay, I should probably be going to the serger now. Right, and I'm back. Now I'm going to top stitch the seams down toward the shoulder, not toward the sleeve. I'm going to do it toward the shoulder so that the top stitch is actually on the shoulder side of the sleeve. I'm just hauling ass through here. I'm just like, I don't care if it's even or not, because at this point I've been working on this video all day. I think I started at 2:30, and at this point it's probably 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. And then trying to upload the video was another nightmare. It took me hours to get nowhere, and then I was like, of all things, I'm using iMovie. It's just, hey, no hate. I'm not an editor or a speaker or a host. Okay, it looks like I got the sleeve. Oh, okay, now I'm getting ready. I am top stitching the other sleeve. I'm gonna do jeans next. Jeans are fun if they turn out. If they work out, it's fun because you can just design so much stuff. It seems like jeans are like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get the word like out of my vocabulary because I get made fun of for that. Where are you from, San Diego? Well, yeah, I am, but that sucks. That's what that's known as. All right, I've got the sleeve. So at this point, I believe we are getting down to the finishing. You hear that horn outside. That's great. It's Friday night in downtown, so it's going to be going off out there. You might, if you're lucky enough, you're going to hear screaming. Or unlucky enough. All right, looks like I'm headed out. All right. Looks like I'll be headed back in a couple of seconds here, hopefully. Yep, see my shadow. Here we go. So now, oh, I surged. Ooh. That, you know, I don't know why. Okay, first of all, I didn't put red thread in, and once again, it's because I was being hasty, and hasty makes wasty in some cases. So here we go. I'm just going to do a top stitch on the edge. I'm just going to do a lock stitch to just add more stability, add more strength to the seam. Why am I stopping? Something bad? Oh, okay. It looks like my thread is starting to shred. I believe the needle is not appropriate enough for this thread I'm using, so it keeps shredding. Or, I mean, I wonder what it is. Maybe it keeps rubbing against the Teflon foot. There might be a sharp edge on that Teflon foot, on the Teflon foot. And we are back. Oh, what'd I do? Oh, it did it again. That's not good. Something's going on. This is a brand new machine. So if something happens to it, if something's going on, it's definitely something I did wrong or something I put on the machine that's wrong, such as the Teflon foot. The weight of the thread is not appropriate for the needle size. All right, we're about to be back in business. Or maybe not. Okay. Oh, you know what? I can see something I did wrong here. Oh, I did not thread the thread through the needle plate, the needle bar hole. You probably can't notice it, but I can see it. That could be causing an issue, but it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. It still went together. All right. Everything's matching up perfectly. All these extra threads. Did I say the secret word already? The secret phrase? I believe I did. Okay, now we're going to do it on the other end. All right. This is going... Man, I really wish I put red thread in that machine. Obviously, I keep saying this, but I can't say it enough. If you're doing stuff for a client, you want stuff to be perfect, especially if you charge what I charge. I would not charge a lot for this shirt if I was giving this to a client. If this was for a client, definitely not, because there's some quality issues going on. For example, the white thread. Unless specifically requested, you really should always match your thread, unless specifically requested. I'm skipping the cuffs, and you can see me cheating right now. Like, I'm just like, you know what? No one's gonna know. They're not gonna know. No one's gonna know. Oh, I folded it the other way. So I gotta turn it right side out. I really should top stitch that sleeve to the side of the body, or at least iron it, but I'm not going to. So I won't. I'm not gonna do it. Now we are folding the other cuff. My brown shirt's like that too. And it's winter, so maybe now I wanna wear my sleeves full length. So I should, stop being lazy and actually do it. I really should do a video demonstrating cuffs because they're kind of fun to do. If you do them perfectly, it's very satisfying. And they're easy to get done perfectly. Just a little patience and a little care. Now we're getting ready to put the baby snaps on. Now I'm going to see which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I end up, oh, I'm wearing it right now. I'll count how many buttons I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. I really love baby snaps. You can get them from camsnaps.com, and that's K-A-M. Not a sponsor at all. Not a sponsor. I love the baby snaps. I put them on my pants. I put them on stuff that doesn't even require a button. Just, like a shirt, I'll just put a baby snap on it. Just half the baby snap. It doesn't even snap to another half. Oh, you can make like bags that have baby snaps on them, like a little pouch. Let's say you made like a fabric Ziploc bag. You could put baby snaps on them, and then you can put baby snaps on your shirt and then baby snap the bag to your shirt. I don't know what it sounds dumb, but it's something I would probably do and be like, look at what I made. But yeah, it's probably, yeah, you're right. It's probably dumb. Oh, okay. Now I'm making the holes for the baby snaps, and you can see I'm kind of holding the placket together so that I can put the holes in between both sides so that they're even. And I'm about to stab myself in one of these seams. Yep, right there. And then I was like, oh, no big deal. Okay, once again, if it was a client's thing, oh, I think I'm going to do a major stab right here. This one hurts. Is it this one? Okay, maybe it's the next one. This one. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's this one. Yep, there it is. That was the big one. Just wipe it off of my jeans. Oh, I didn't. Did I? Yeah, I just wiped it off of my jeans. So, it really is blood, sweat, and tears, this business. So I'm doing some trimming. Now we are in the final. I'm bleeding. I got blood. Oh, I got blood on my fingers. Obviously, if this was client stuff, you would bandage your finger up. You don't want blood stains. That's just unprofessional, and that's gross. But my own blood isn't gross to me. You see how unsafe I am? It's like I've got these round ninja stars. I'm just stabbing fabric with a sword and stab my finger twice in a row. I've got burns on my hands from my iron. This part, okay, we'll just sit through this. If you're honestly in this video this long, that's crazy. The average length that people watch my videos is 2 minutes and 23 seconds. I just saw my analytics today. And that's not good. Listen, let me say something. I doubt there's anyone in this part of the video. But if anything, I don't care about the subscribers. I don't care about the likes. The most important thing is the watch time, because I'm still a couple thousand watch minutes away from being able to monetize my videos. My videos used to be monetized back in the day, and that's where I got that check that I've mentioned, the $186. Actually, it was 2 checks. One was $90 and one was $101 or something. And I got 2 checks back in the day for my first 2 videos, and then they just kicked me off the program. They're like, you don't have enough watch minutes. And I was like, well, I really don't care. I was never expecting a check. It was insane. I was like, they just sent me money in the mail. I was like, what? What? I just got paid for this? I mean, I remember monetizing my videos, but not even thinking anything of it until I got the 2 checks in the mail. my mind was blown. And then it was months after that. They're like, oh, you don't get them anymore because there was the whole ad apocalypse thing. But now I can get back into the program. Do you guys remember the secret phrase? Okay, just asking. Now I can get, if I get my watch minutes up, I can get back into the program and hopefully do some more giveaways that will be less out of my own pocket and more out of YouTube's pocket. All right, so anyways, back to this. Looks like we're about to finish here. We did it. Now all I need to do is put the baby snaps on. Oh, you know what? I put baby snaps on, but not on camera. I went off camera. Man, you know, that's too bad. But when you see the finished product coming up in a couple minutes here, you can see that the baby snaps are on. And I don't think I may have mentioned this earlier in the video, maybe in the beginning, but the reason why the shirt is so big is because it's a men's shirt.
Okay, so I went ahead and
why is that? Oh,
on.
What am I doing?
One thing I realized is missing from the pattern are the front pockets. That's okay.
Oh, I'm gonna lay it out. Okay, good to know.
See, I use these.
So this one I was checking it out, and I'm like, it's so big. Oh, I'm gonna demo the stripper shirt. Oh, you just rip it off wherever you're at. Wherever you're at, you just need to rip it. You never know. If there's a fire and you gotta rip your shirt off, you never know. Now I am showing. Okay, looks like now I'm demoing. It's got a big collar because it's for a guy, and you can see how it's all cuffed up. So it's like, too lazy, I'm not gonna do the cuffs for now. And you can see what I mean. See the buffalo check in the back going from the yoke to the back panel, and you can see it's a little bit misaligned because I did not even think about it. I was just trying to get the cutting done so fast. Not, you know, it just sounds like it's not an excuse. It's a reason, okay? But if you can make it longer, it could be like a pajama shirt. It really is comfortable though. I don't know why I'm moving the camera. Might demo. There's the back. Okay, a little big. I wear bigger stuff now. You know, when you get older, you change, you know? Showing the, oh, we saw this in the beginning, the sexiness. You can just rip it open and just be sexy. Bye.